By the way,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I was grinning from ear to ear most of the episode.
Thank you.
Because there is a subtext to everything that happens in the show.
Yeah.
It's really brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant television. And there are moments where you express anger, like towards your ex-wife, which are beautiful.
Sure.
And I thought, all right, he's in this huge honesty thing now.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's based on your life. So I started wondering how much of it was real. Like Monkey, Boomer, and LaFonda are real cats.
Real cats, real names. Boomer's been AWOL for a few months, sadly. But yeah. But I'd like to think he's just moved on to someone who's feeding him better, and
like the women in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. He's in a better place.
Yeah, well, that's definitely happened. Yeah, and that second wife's being fed very well.
And the anger. Now I know. Now I know you have Jessica now, so you have a relationship, and you're sober now, and it's probably a pretty good one.
Yeah,
and you know what? You know how I know it's
sober.
probably good.
She's not so much.
She's not so much sober. You know how it's pretty good?
Why?
Because you don't talk about her that much.
Well, as a comic and as somebody who has a public life, I mean, this woman who I'm with now was a fan of my podcast. I mean, and I met her, because she knew who I was, and she loved listening to podcasts, and I was one of them. So all I can say is at this point, 3 years and change in, no longer listens to the podcast, can barely listen to me talk for very long. But no, I mean it's going pretty good. It's one of those relationships where I have to grow up and be a better man, and I'm trying. And one of the things that helps me is that she actually, for a job, she works with autistic children and emotionally disturbed children, which I am. So they, there's a,
so there's a reason she was attracted to you.
Yeah, well, she would. I
can do something here.
Yeah. She has actually said earnestly to my face, "Use your words. Use your words." When I'm just seething with anger.
Right.
But
we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back for the next segment with Marc Maron. If you have a question, you can text it to 52309.
Brian Posehn from Mr. Show on HBO, the Sarah Silverman program on Comedy Central, many appearances on Conan, and from his great music video, Metal by Numbers. Been seen by millions of people on YouTube. This week, Brian headlines the Parlor Live in Bellevue, and with his legions of metal-loving friends and fans in the Seattle area, this is one show you will want to secure tickets for ASAP. This is a big one, folks, at the Parlor. For show times and to make a reservation for tonight or tomorrow, go to parlorlive.com or go to bobrivers.com because we have a link. Brian Posehn, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show in Seattle. How are you, Brian?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
You're good. You are just one of my favorite comedians, and just you have a presence that I laugh before you even say anything.
That's nice.
Am I saying you're funny looking?
No. You know what? I've based a career on that. It's fine.
Did you one day look in your mirror and say, I should probably not be like a serious surgeon or something?
No, I think I sort of fell into this look too. Like when I was a handsome young man, and I just sort of everything went south on me, and now I look the way I look.
Oh, no, I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad.
Should I not feel bad?
He's okay.
No, I mean, like I said, I've made a career out of being charactery.
Yeah, you're very charactery.
I was really young, and I found out what a character actor was, and I was like, that sounds awesome. You know what I mean? Like the idea of not having to carry a show, like just being the guy that walks in and is goofy, looks goofy,
and immediately makes a statement just by how you look. Yeah.
Says something funny and then walks out, and you don't have to carry the story.
Scene stealer.
We know what you
that
mean.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Those of us sitting over here.
Favorite
radio's a good place for that look. Too.
Yeah.
Your favorite character role if your favorite thing you've ever done?
Sarah Silverman Show.
Yeah.
Just because it was friends writing for me, friends that really knew my voice. And that's how I get most of the shows that I've gotten. Like, Just Shoot Me was written by a friend.
That was my favorite role.
The role Kevin, this guy knew that I could come in and play this geek and then also scream at David Spade. And, that's a thing I do, the fake screamy, fake anger thing. And
I
it
loved.
just wound up being great.
I loved the Sarah Silverman Show. Spike hated it, by the way. He didn't get her for some reason.
You know, and all due respect, I don't get her, and that's.
But we know she's brilliant. But she's quirky.
She gets that a lot, and I got that a lot. I got a lot of people going, "You're the reason I watch." You know, and it's like, okay, well, she's my friend, but she gave me a job, and I'm very thankful.
Yeah, but there was something about the show. It was one of those things that was sort of designed to challenge. You know, like
for sure.
We watch things today that are very un-PC for a reason. Like we watch Breaking Bad, we watch Dexter, we watch things that, and then in comedy though, it's still a little scary to do.
Well,
certain
that show was sort of the taboo of the week show, and I mean, if you really watched it, you would get that. I mean, that she was going after things on purpose. That was her agenda. You know, that wasn't everybody else's agenda on the show, but she would go after things. I'll pretend I'm retarded. I'll pretend I have AIDS. I'll do this kind of stuff, and people are like,
like Spike.
I was. It's my shortcoming. I understand.
Well, no, it's just interesting. I love to see stuff challenge us out there, and you've done great. Now, I don't know anything about you personally at all, but Pedro has told me a few things. Now, one of the things that he told me is, and I think this could be bad for your career, that because so many comedians make a big deal out of doing this, you just stopped smoking weed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I did. Well, not just.
I brought all these Cracker Jacks for nothing.
I still eat badly.
And you're kind of the kind of comic
shook that. Look at
you're
my
the kind
gut.
of comic. Yeah, you're the kind
yeah.
of comic we would expect to be in a stoner movie, kind of a thing.
Well, and I did that forever. I mean, I smoked since I was very young, and it was just one of those things, and it hasn't changed me. I mean, I'm actually sharper now that I'm not. My writing's gotten better. I'm more confident on stage. I'm more myself on stage. I'm more open to improv.
Here comes success. Iggy Pop. It's for Marc Maron.
Yeah.
Hey, Marc, if you just joined us, in studio with us, performing tonight at 8 o'clock at Sub Pop Records' Silver Jubil-eve.
It's a 25th anniversary comedy thing. It's for charity. It's at the Moore Theater. And his show, Maron, is critically acclaimed and doing well. A lot of people watching it. Are you happy?
Yeah, we did good. The network's happy. Everyone's pretty happy, and they're very encouraging about a pickup. We're still in that gray area of like any day now. I just got an email I want to share with you guys.
Sure.
Make sure you do the Bob Rivers show. It's great. Just don't eat their donuts. You'll be on the John for weeks. I don't know what he's talking about, but that's Richard Lewis.
It's Richard Lewis.
What a guy.
What did you do to Richard Lewis with donuts? What is he
We
talking
did a lot to Richard Lewis.
Remember the first time we met him? He was at a radio convention. He was the guest speaker for the weekend. And it was about the onus of his segment was a healthy morning show is a better morning show. You'll be a better performer if you're healthy. So he led 400 to 600 maybe morning show disc jockey type morning show members in a morning show fitness routine. And Joe and I walked in with like 18 boxes of donuts. We went out the night before and found this place that would deliver 18. So we walk in and sabotage his morning
thing.
fitness.
So that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We did that to Richard Simmons once, and he wouldn't talk to us for 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That must have broke your heart.
I think
Every day. When is Richard Simmons going to...
I think what happened with Richard Lewis was he said he loves challah bread.
Oh, yeah.
We
Sure.
had,
Was
a,
it
we had a
Lewis?
local baker.
Oh, Richard Lewis. Yeah.
we had a local
Did that
baker.
challah bread make him sick?
Well, he ate the whole loaf.
that was
he
it.
sat here and he ate a loaf of challah bread in the hour he was on with us. So that's probably what.
All right. So, Mark Maron, welcome back. Your show, Maron.
Yes, sir.
Is very good.
Thank you.
Very intimate. People can download the whole season.
They can.
buy
They
it
can
for
on
like
iTunes.
$16 on iTunes.
Yeah. We did 10.
You did 10.
Yeah, we did 10 episodes.
And at some point, they're going to say, wow, this is doing good. We're going to renew you for another 10 or whatever.
well, the talk is 13. So, I mean, we're having those conversations. So I'm going to get encouraged, but I have been in show business a long time. So you never know. I've insulated my heart with
You're fine. Trust me.
All
You're
right,
fine.
thank you.
Yeah, that is a funny show.
Oh, that's
it's really good.
There's no way in the world that's
Now,
not good.
now I want to say a little something about the first episode.
Yeah.
In the first episode, you're you. You're a guy who does a podcast in your garage. Is that your real house?
No, it's about a half mile away from my real house.
Perfect.
That it was brilliant. My house is a little small, my garage is a little small, and also my fiance, my now fiance Jessica, was not going to have people at the house.
Sure.
So it would just
She has boundaries.
Yeah, I guess that's what you call them. Yeah, they're aggressive, but aggressive boundaries.
Hitler had boundaries.
Yeah.
He moved.
Yeah, look where that got him.
Yeah.
So they found a place about a half mile away in the same neighborhood that was bigger. It was almost worked as a studio. It looked a lot like mine, but it was the guy had built an addition onto the back because it's by Occidental College to rent out. The house was to rent out to students.
Oh, so it's got room for them to do the prep for the show and
exactly.
everything.
In the back addition, which looks like it was just haphazardly put on, but it's done well. But we had makeup, we had wardrobe, we had dressing rooms, we had a place for the video village, and the garage was a 2-car garage. So they built the set of my little 1-car garage in that garage, and they were able to put a movable wall and
Right.
it was.
So that's good. So because if the show really takes off, like Breaking Bad or one of these other shows,
Yeah.
then you'll be on tours and there'll be buses going by.
Right. Well, I don't know how we're going to get that house back. I imagine they've rented that house by now. Like, if we do another season, like, that's how my brain works. It's like, how much are we going to have to pay them?
Well, now they'll want to they'll jack their rate.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Oh, you need the house. Huh? Yeah. So then, yeah.
All right. So, but it's based on your real life.
Yeah.
You're real cats.
Yeah.
And the premise of the first show, you have Dave Foley as your star. You always have interviewing some star, right?
Right. We kind of did it sort of Larry Sanders style where, we could integrate celebrities in as guests on the podcast. And some of them would play a part in the bigger narrative, but mostly not. But he did. Foley did, Dennis Leary did, Jeff Garland has a few scenes outside of the podcast, but there were some people like Adam Scott.
The premise of the show, and it's a big leap, is that you're a bit neurotic.
Yeah.
It's a huge leap.
Yeah, that's the toughest thing for me to act is to act heady and aggravated and
neurotic.
Neurotic. It's like all my effort goes into just capturing that.
That's
in
it.
an
You
authentic
really have
way.
to draw from somewhere.
Yeah.
You've
And-
been taking lessons.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
tell.
and what it is he's being heckled by text,
by Twitter,
by Twitter online guy.
Yeah.
And it's driving him nuts. Why does this guy not think I'm funny? Why does this guy hate me? And we have this too here. We have these,
You can't
these
get- yeah.
texters, and there's all these mean people, but they're there every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
consuming your product.
Right. And you realize it has nothing to do